In problem 14 of paper 1, May 2012, we have a mapping. So you're given a set of x values and they are mapped to a set of y values. And we've got some missing pieces here, and then we've also been given an exponential function. So I would rewrite that function as y is equal p times 2 to the x plus q. I can see I got I got 4 missing variables there, but I'm going to be able to solve for p and q by filling in some things that I know. Now, whenever I see a problem like this, I know that I'm going to end up writing 2 equations with 2 variables and solving. Unless it was like one in the very, very beginning problem where the one where we did the, was that problem 2? Where we had to find the midpoint and we just were solving for one variable at a time. So it says find the value of p. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a system of equations and I'm going to fill in x and y with the information that I know. I know from this data right here with this mapping that 11, that's the y value, is equal to p, I don't know what p is, times 2 to the power of 1 plus q, because I know that the exponent 1 is the x. And then I also know in this second mapping, so I've got both pieces of information, that 17 is equal to p times 2 squared. I know that's 4, but I'm just going to write it as 2 squared, plus q. All right, let's rewrite those equations. 17 is equal to 4p plus q. 11 is equal to 2p plus q. We know that when we solve a system of equations, we can subtract. 17 minus 11 is 6. 4p minus 2p is 2p. And look at that. Q disappears. It's a beautiful thing. So we know that 6 divided by 2 is 3. P is equal to 3. Well, now, going back to Algebra 1, we know that we can solve for q just by substituting 3 back into either one of those equations for p. So I'm just going to use 11 is equal to 2 times 3 plus q, so q must be equal to 5. So I've got 11 minus 6 is 5 is equal to q. All right, now it says write down the value of r. Well, let's see, where is r? R is this missing piece of information. But now I've got an equation, right? So I know that y is equal to, I know what p is. P is 2. No, I'm sorry, p is 3. 3 times 2 to the x, and I know what q is. Q is 5. So if I know that I'm looking for r when x is 0, let's watch what happens. Y is equal to 3, let's remember order of operations, 2 to the power of 0 plus 5, but 2 to the power of 0 is 1. So that means that y is equal to 8, or r is equal to 8. Find the value of s. All right, now so this is really an exercise in algebra. Can you figure out what values are substituting for which variables? Find the value of s. Well, I know that the y value is 197. And again, I know that p is 3 times 2 to s is the x value that I'm trying to find. Oops, I forgot to add on q. Q is 5. All right, so I'm going to subtract 5 from each side. 192 is equal to 3 times 2 to the x. Order of operations, 2 to the power of x is equal to 192 divided by 3, which is 64. So 2 to what power is 64? So s, or x, I think they do that just to confuse us, changing the variables, is equal to 6, because 2 to the power of 6 is 64.